Well, it's the matchup we've been waiting for since last Sunday. The Red Deer Rampage taking on the Calgary Shamrocks. Night number 1. It's the night camp at the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup. Cody Jansen with you on CROW LAX TV. The Red Deer Rampage and the Calgary Shamrocks. Red Deer rocking their black sweaters, white shoulders, red trim. The Calgary Shamrocks in their white jerseys, green shoulders, gold trim. Carson Wells goes between the pipes for Red Deer and Josh Pilsner for the Shamrocks. Liam O'Dwyer steps into the dot, and we are underway against Justin St. Germain of the Rampage. Shamrocks 14-6 in the regular season, first place in the South, walked over Okotoks in the South Finals. Max Janicek down onto the wall for Zane Fletcher. Inside feed there. Man got tied up, and Wells has to stop a little twister from Mason Dick. Red Deer back the other way. 9-11 in the regular season, 4-1 in the playoffs. Crazy to think 13-12 gets you here, but they're here, and they've got confidence they're going to compete. Corbin Rainier drives towards the net, short side, save made by Pilsner. Ball on the wall, and Antonishin got beat, but driving the other way are the Shamrocks, and it's going to be Ben McLean who's stopped by Carson Wells. At .882 save percentage in the playoffs. Carson Wells with a big save on McLean, and he's going to have to make another as driving inside that time was Aaron Shake. Rampage, not a team of a ton of offense. Isaac Tisdale, 15 points in the playoffs, and the captain hands away to Justin St. Germain. On the floor, Riley Dowswell's left side with him. He'll set the seal. Ball comes up top for Tisdale. One-on-one, they'll kick it down. 10 on the shot clock. Long range, goes off a defender. And that's from Couchman, not going to make its way on goal. Couchman's back, and Wells scoops it into the corner after a foot race with Nolan Highcamp. Hale Dobbin. Quick pass inside, almost got the loose ball on the ground, but he got tossed to the concrete, and it'll be a Shamrocks possession here. Just 2 minutes in, low one on goal, and Blake Plasinger is stopped by Wells. Large cheering sections on both sides. Although I know it's not the easiest to hear with our solo headset setup here in Ken Nickel Rec Center. Pound shot is going to go wide as Istis let that go. Pardon me, that was Nygaard. Nygaard got it back. He'll drive and score. Red Deer's on the board first. It's the Central champs who draw first blood. Spencer Nygaard splits the D-man, goes low on Josh Pilsner, and the Rampage are up 1-0. Second shot of the game, first goal of the game comes for Red Deer. L.C. Nygaard unassisted at 17:34. Shamrocks possession. They'll win that face-off battle 9 times out of 10 with O'Dwyer at the dot. Little dive out in front. Crease dive attempt by Hale Dobbin. Won't get behind the Red Deer netminder. Couchman's up top. 3 goals, 2 assists in the playoffs. Inside for Tisdale. Back to Couchman. It's a little high on the hands. Couldn't handle the pass. Back the other way goes Gorse. The captain, Gorse, stopped by Wells, and then he's hammered into the boards. Red Deer, a physical team, and that's what everyone from Rocky View said coming into it, is that this is not a team you throw around. Low shot on goal, kick to the outside as Isaac Tinsdale let that one fly. Shamrocks going to try play with speed as Ben McLean jumps up the floor. Now he's pushed down in front of the bench. They blew it down. And the ref will get him to hit the reset button here out of the corner. A lot of these Red Deer players will play two-way as well. Short benched for a lot of the season does not measure the heart. I know that's a little cliche, but for Red Deer, it's to a T. Blake Anderson swings it far side. McLean is in the middle. Ball ends up in the corner. I call it crease violation on the Shamrocks and Red Deer. Trying to settle the pace here. The Shamrocks offense, they're going to get the looks they want, but can you keep it out of your net? That is the question. Riley Downswell, 10 goals, 10 assists in the playoffs. Led the way by Font. Flipped it up top. Shot goes over Pilsner's head. And that's pretty high as Pilsner standing at 6'4". Shot clock's going to expire, and they'll just dump this one down here, the second on the shot clock. Dale Dobbin. Inside pass, and he'll set the pick up top. Max Janicek now feed down low. Zane Fletcher was out in front, and the defender got on his back. Team stress, spins, and he'll wait for Dowswell to get on the floor. We got some strong shoe games going on right now for Red Deer. I don't mind that. As Dowswell with the bright red kicks turns it over. Whitmore the other way, a little outside inside, and he's going to have to peel back here and let the offensive experts take over. Room opens up down there for Anderson, back door. And the Shamrocks again aren't able to capitalize as Mason Dick was walking in towards the crease. Outlet feed by Tavian Pike. Big fan of the Junior Beast podcast. Rampage. Back to set up through Couchman. Dowswell. A little inside flip, and Josh Pilsner up to the task. It was the big man in Tanner Park who had cut down the middle. Little feed intended for Fletcher, ends up on the ground. Shamrocks control, 15 on the shot clock. Fletcher inside, and it's off the post. Reset comes. Janicek's up top. It got set. Janicek winds and fires, and the defender soaks it. Little spin move inside, and Kissinger can't bury. Rampage defender got taken out. Fletcher, as the shooting gallery continues, it bounces over Wells, and that stays out by a marginal error. Now Hale Dobbin's going to get into it. It'll be Red Deer ball, and they'll keep it moving. No shortage of intensity on night number one at the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup. Red Deer, Calgary. Champs of the South, champs of the Central. St. Germain peels it back. Out top for Rainier. Rainier's taken down, spins and controls. Long range, it's at the feet of Pilsner from Nygaard, and then he got taken down. Nick Page will throw an extra shot, and I think the extra one. Oh, they're going to call them both. I think they'll take Nygaard and Nick Page to the sin bin. Nygaard not happy about it, but it'll be coincidentals. So it'll be Shamrock's ball here, and 4-on-4. Plenty of space for their offensive experts to go to work. Blake Anderson now trying to go high to high. It got deflected, and Wells read it. Rampage, well, they try to hit Tisdale up in the middle. He's got to come back and grab the loose seat. He will. Little hidden ball trick here. Tisdale has it. Defenders are watching down as well. Tisdale, spin move. Trying to get back, kicks it out. Couchman walks into one, and it's just wide. Wise man Wells there just rolls it into the Shamrocks territory as the shot clock's expiring. Fletcher. Little low cut inside. The feed was intended for Kleisinger. Skip past him. 10 on the shot clock. Sees part there for Che, and Wells kicks it out with the left hand. Another shot. Wells soaks it, and he's grabbing the rebound too. Outlet feed hits Rainier. He'll hold up in the neutral zone and wait for some help in the form of Tanner Park to hop on the floor. Park, 4 goals, 9 assists in the playoffs this year. Daswell's in the corner. 10 on the shot clock. Little pump fake. Now he'll drive low. Daswell gets a double team. Still has the ball for a second there, and he ended up losing it behind where Aiden Gore swarmed in. Blake Anderson as the coincidentals come to an end, and it'll be back on 5-on-5, and he scores. 6 side on Carson Wells. The Shamrocks have tied it at 1. Well, the defenders will give him time and space. They'll make him pay, and Blake Anderson steps into one, rips it past Carson Wells on the Shamrocks' 13th shot of the game. And it's 1-1 with 10:23 to go in period 1. Janisek with the opportunity right off that face-off. And Wells had it, although it was trickling around in the crease. Wells there, I'll make the save on Solo. Pardon me, that was Antonician. Back the other way, in front. Blake Anderson struggled to pick up the pass in transition. Or he might have had a look at his second. These Red Deer numbers are incredible. I don't know if we've got harder numbers in the league to read than those. We need more color-coordinated shoots like Riley Downswell. As Justin St. Germain up top. High to low, bouncer ends up going out of play. Nygaard will set the seal for Tisdale. Justin St. Germain. Trying the inside feed. Shamrock's defender knocked it down. It is a break for Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson on a breakaway, and he's running to the boards. They'll draw a penalty. I believe it'll be too many men on the floor as Red Deer all sorts of confused in front of their bench. Janisek got his own feedback, and Wells with a big stop moving to his left. But it will be too many men on the floor, and Calgary going to the power play here for the first time in the contest. Corbin Rainier's going to serve it. And the Shamrocks power play goes to work. 40% in round number 1. And it'll be Max Janisek to steer the ship up top. Long look out there by Blake Kleisinger. Stopped by Wells. Generally, you'd see them move the ball a little bit more, but without Seth Miller whipping it around. Wonder if we're seeing a little bit of a different power play from Calgary than we'll see as the tournament progresses. Downswell, swim move, double teams on him in O'Dwyer and Seaborn. Got free for a second, then he took a big hit by Nick Page. Definitely be a Red Deer possession, but Downswell also feeling that one. Probably could have been a roughing penalty. But I'm not a ref, so I won't make that call. Graham Simpson now. Big righty stripped of the ball on that double team, and right there is why you got to get it low if you're going to play a one-man game on the shorthanded situations. Blake Anderson with it. Dobbins up top on the power play. There's Seth Miller on the lefty shooter spot. Miller hit in the middle, stripped of the ball. Stan O'Neill now gets pinched off. Battle on the half wall. Hale Dobbin got it and spun back out of the way. He'll slow it down and wait for Mason Dick to jump out on the floor. Janicek and Kleisinger as well join the mix on the power play. 7 seconds left to the man advantage. Janicek dropped it. We're back to even strength. Trying to go short side. This one's going to bounce all the way back. Red Deer had 6 on the floor as Corbin Rainier was supposed to come back to the box, and he thought he was getting a breakaway on that opportunity. Little drive out in front there by Dick, but the shot goes over the net. Nygaard. Up top for Dowswell. Nygaard to the middle, high to low. Pop fly in the middle, and, well, it's going to be a loose ball, but the shot clock's going to expire as Highcap grabs a hold of his forward. And Shea. 3 points in the playoffs in their sweep of Okotoks. Kleisinger's up top. Janicek inside feed. Little spin move there by Kleisinger. Got out of trouble, and Carson Wells held his ground. Rampage are putting up a fight here. As Tavian Pike, the defensive expert, lets the forwards go have some fun. 15 on the shot clock. St. Germain up top. Ad Park for a second. Couchman now, room to shoot. Save is made by Josh Pilsner. Outlet feed, and Liam O'Dwyer, partial break. Help comes in the form of Mason Dick. 3-on-2, and it'll be Zane Fletcher who's robbed by Wells. Wells has 17 saves in the first 15 minutes and 20 seconds of this one. They reported yet an 8-8-2 after, well, the playoffs. First 2 rounds. Didn't really doubt it. Now we're seeing it firsthand. Hockey save percentage numbers there. Isaac Tisdale, another low one. Save is made by Pilsner. Forward got dumped in front without the ball and Antonishin. Refs are letting them play on here. Chase sends it south. Anderson inside feed, and tough defense sends a Shamrock flying. Janicek inside look. Double team comes on him as Pike got in the way. And they're going to call a cross-checking penalty late here on Red Deer. I believe it'll be Teamster going off. He's not happy about it in the chill blue gloves, but Calgary going back to the power play second time in this contest, 21st time in the playoffs. Probably 12th time. 2s and 1s. Got him backwards. Not here to read, folks. Max Janicek is going to quarterback the power play. One for one on the penalty kill. Looking to eat a little bit more clock off this time. Little spin down low. As Dylan Whitmore comes in, trying to force a turnover. I got dumped in the corner, and power play will continue for the Shamrocks. Hale Dobbin walks it in. Right side's Blake Anderson. Ready shooter spot, that is. Over to Miller outside. Kicked out by Wells. Now Wells is going to throw a dart up the floor. He had Jack Walton waiting for it. And it was just a little over the assistant captain's head. Fletcher the other way. Dobbins up top. Miller's in that lefty shooter spot. Well, opportunity was taken there by Hale. Dobbin, he missed the target completely. Now up the floor, Red Deer still has it solo. Into the corner, Aiden Gorst will try to cause a turnover with a dozen seconds left on the Shamrocks power play. A call solo on the guard and give Calgary possession. Shamrocks do have numbers. Up top is Fletcher, and he's stopped by Wells. Well, Carson Wells outdueled Caden McDonough, who was the, Tier 1's top goalie this past season. I think that's safe to say. And Wells has been the best player in the playoffs out of the entire league. Dowswell, he'll circle it up top. Isaac Tisdale, 5 on the ticker. Tisdale on Pilsner, and it hit him in the woody. Janicek, the shifty righty, swings it over to the middle. Low to low is going to go wide. Rebound, they score. Ben McLean stays out of the crease and tucks it over the shoulder of Wells. It's 2-1 Shamrocks. .43 seconds left to go in period number 1, and the Shamrocks have their first lead of the game. Anderson and Dobbin grab assists on the McLean goal. Janicek has it. Shamrocks look at the last shot here in this period. Comes a little bit earlier than expected from Kleisinger. Rampage have it. They could use a timeout if they want, but I think they'll just play ball here. Downs, well, period's going to expire, and he'll just peel himself back in the neutral zone. 20 down, 40 to go. It's a 2-1 game here at the Ken Nickel Rec Center. Night number 1 of the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup. Red Deer, Calgary, dueling it out. Hey, if you're enjoying Free Lacrosse, hit that subscribe button on CROW LAX TV. We're back in 10 minutes with period number 2. Pitter patter, let's get at her. It's period number 2 in the Ken Nickel Rec Center. The Calgary Shamrocks up 2-1 after 20 minutes of play, out shooting the Red Deer Rampage 22-12 as well. Off the draw, it's St. Germain the other way, and he scores! Justin St. Germain's got his first of the weekend, and we're tied at 2. Well, how's that for a start? Head coach Troy Tisdale's got to be mighty happy as Justin St. Germain in transition catches the Shamrocks sleeping. And we're knotted at 2, 8 seconds into period 2. No surprise, Isaac Tisdale with the assist. It's his 8th of the postseason. Blake Anderson hands it off, and Aaron Chait. He'll peel it back. Little backdoor feed there. Had a man open in Ben McLean. But it was a little bit behind him, and the Rampage are going to go up to the floor in transition. Dowswell was there. Pass was behind him. Bradford Couchman. 5 points in the playoffs. 7 on the shot clock. Very conservative, and they'll score. The bouncer, I think it was Tanner Park, goes short side on Pilsner. It's 3-2 Red Deer. Maybe it was Graham Simpson struggling to grab a number right here, but Red Deer has retaken the lead with 18:52 left to go in the middle frame. It was definitely Graham Simpson. Striking a miss, or swinging a miss, I guess, for me. Back the other way. Pilsner's going to make a save on the short side. Assists go to Antonishian and Tristan O'Neill. Shamrocks numbers the other way, and Carson Wells is tested as Blake Anderson stepped into it on the rebound. They score, though. A mad scramble out in front finds its way behind Wells. We're tied at 3. Red Deer was never able to settle that one down after the opportunity in transition. The rebound ends up in the back of the net, and we're knotted at 3. Anderson with the goal as Wells makes a save on Kleisinger. Blake Anderson's got his 2nd of the game, 3rd point of the evening. Teamstra outside for Pike. Putting players in spin zones now. Dowswell for Couchman. Rainier got behind Pilsner there. It's still on the ground. And not the most comfortable looking save, but it stays out. Zola. The guard Fletcher. A little bit of a size mismatch there. Feed out in front as Mason Dick got his way through the middle. Took a hit for those efforts, and now it's Dowswell up the floor. Eric Johnson comes back and gets it. Johnston goes for a jog. There we got some parents listening as well from the Johnston household. James on the bench. Eric on the floor. James Founders Cup champion. That is, I should mention. 10 on the shot clock. Shamrocks looking to retake the lead. Seth Miller now on the roll. Great defensive play right there. As Red Deer, you know, after game one against Rocky View, they looked like dead fish in water, but they have found a way over these past week and a bit to really elevate their game when you need it the most. Antonishan inside to Tisdale and a load of low. Just wide. Long bouncer. Rebounds out in front and they score. Ryan Antonishan has his first of the playoffs, and it's 4-3. The Red Deer faithful loves it as the Rampage have restored a one-goal lead here with 15:48 left to go in period number 2. Get a brief pause for a wipe in the floor. I believe the refs are having a word with the netminders as well. A trainer comes out there, calls it good enough. I don't know if that's Jack or who. Can't say I got the greatest look from our broadcast location here, but Laura's good to go and we're back underway. For Couchman with the lone assist. Wells with the save, and then a wild outlet pass. Spike's going to have to pick it up off the boards. Pike now trying to get around Miller. Double spin move. Pike to the middle around the world, and it hit netting. It was just above the boards and not between the posts. Refs are going to talk this over there. They think it was deflected or we got a penalty. I believe a penalty is coming up here against the Calgary Shamrocks. Cross-checking is the call on Oliver Miller. And Red Deer, their first power play attempt of the game. %30.7% on the power play in the playoffs. Isdale whips this one over, and Park is stopped by Pilsner. Off the pavement. Shot clock gets reset. This went through everyone. Tisdale couldn't even get it. He got a cross-check in the back from Gorse. Back the other way. Here go the Shamrocks. It's Seaborn on a break. Seaborn snuffed by Wells. Almost a shorty at one end, and the Skies will calm down at the other. Couchman with it. Pardon me, Downswell. Shot got soaked, and the Shamrocks penalty kill. Gonna scoop it up as Gorst has it in his zone, and he's stripped by Downswell. Back again, early in the shot clock. Just let it go. A little bit of a heat check there. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Now he zips a pass for Couchman. Was no chance of him getting that, but I got knocked out. I believe that was McLean. Knocked it out of play, and it's a reset on the clock. Dowswell now steps into that one. It's off the side and out. "17 seconds left on this Rampage power play. Their first power play of the game. Back over to Tisdale. Dowswell, room to shoot. Defender soaks one. Seaborn's back up the floor. Stopped earlier, and one more time by Carson Wells. Two chances shorthanded. And Brody Seaborn unable to capitalize on either of them. Jack Walton, the big man, assistant captain, hands it off. Isaac Tisdale. Dowswell. Another shot got deflected. This one by Johnston. Out of the corner, will be Rampage ball is... Well, it went in, but they'll say he stepped in the crease first. What a game here. Game number 2. I know we had a good one early between Edmonton and Beaumont. Warriors won 8-5 over the Outlaws. This has lived up to all the hype. Zane Fletcher got to the middle as Carson Wells dropped into a hockey-like butterfly and made the save. Walton to Solo. JP on the bench this year for Red Deer. Couchman is up top. Shots are 28-19 in favor of the Shamrocks. But they trail by 1 as it stands. Rampage, turn it over. Outlet by Polton. High cap. Crosses into Red Deer territory. Waits for help, and Blake Kleisinger. To the middle, a little behind the back there by Mason Dick. Defender was all over him. Probably didn't get exactly what he wanted on it, but Wells also didn't give him anything to shoot at. Rainier. To the middle, another one from long range on Pilsner. Got stuck in his pad this time. Maybe that's the scout they've got. These teams did meet back in June, and it was the Shamrocks beating Red Deer 8-6. Off the bench, it's Shea. Denied by Wells. Janicek. Anderson's in the middle. Feet intended for him. That was over his head. Janisek's got to run it down. Does it on the shot clock. Wells has to take a quick peek behind him as Che stepped into that one. Got it on goal. Wells makes a save, and we're at our water break. We'll call it a TV timeout for now. 10:35 left to go. Period at number 2. We're back in 20 seconds on CROW LAX TV. Underway in period at number 2. Daswell tried a little nifty feed inside. Tisdale poked it to the corner. St. Germain has it. Kicked up top. Couchman wants a lay-in, and that's going to get deflected out of play. Dowswell. Back for Couchman. Couchman, little low cut. Up top, Tisdale fakes. He let a little go. Rebound. Couchman stopped by Pilsner. You know, everyone talked about this Isaac Tisdale, and, you know, I've seen him a couple of times. But, boy, just to watch his progression in juniors, And now to lead this Red Deer team, a real heart and soul type guy who's got a lot more skill than people want to give him credit for. Zane Fletcher out of the corner. In front was Blake Anderson cutting down the highway. Couldn't get the shot off, and Wells will scoop it in the crease. Corbin Rainier waits for some forward friends on the floor. Riley Dowswell's one of them. Little pop down low there by Antonishin. Won't connect, and the game is slowed down from the opening 5 minutes, that's for sure. Millard, the defender, got a stick in the way of O'Neill. Janicek, one-on-one. And keep it hot as Che back up top for Fletcher, far side. Shot clock's going to expire on the Shamrocks here. Well, after putting 22 on goal in the first period, Calgary only has 9 in the opening 12 of this second frame. Dazwell, little spin back, and the righty probably regrets not shooting it the first time. Couchman, bouncer, ends up in the ceiling. And a few too many of those low-quality chances have been taken by this Red Deer side here, and passing on some grade A chances. Hale Dobbin, 3 goals in the South Finals against Okotoks. Driving inside, diving attempt, and Wells makes the save. Ball gotten booted all the way down, and now Tavian Pike from his own zone walks it up. Justin St. Germain had Red Deer's second goal of the game. Just 8 seconds into period number 1. On the roll is Rainier, and the pick got called on Red Deer. Picked off. Back the other way, and Pilsner stops Rainier. Isaac Tisdale now on the half wall. His pass got knocked down by Gorst. Tisdale throws that one away. As the captains meet up on the far side of the floor. Mason Dick, two-man game as Hale Dobbin is up as well with Seth Miller. Janicek's shot, that rings iron and goes out of play. See that reset and blown in here for Hale Dobbin. Janicek this time tries to go short side. Wells with the right pad kicks it back to the neutral zone. 6:30 to go in period number 2. Janicek, another one, trying to go 5-hole this time. He's gone all 3 spots down low, and Wells stopped him all 3 times. Justin St. Germain, a Swiss Army knife for this team, if you ask his coaches. D-gate, O-gate, he'll do it all. He's going to stay and play out here, too. Extended a shift for number 11 in black. In the corner, Pilsner, easy, steals off the post. Throws an outlet up the floor for McLean as well. As Highcamp is there, back door, pass got knocked down, rebounds out in front, and Wells stops Anderson. Boy, a broken play turned into an odd man rush right there for the Shamrocks, and Carson Wells up to the task one more time. Save number 32 in this game. Drive by Che, trying to go a short side, bounced it out of play instead. Shamrocks, 6 losses in the regular season. None in the playoffs. Red Deer, 11 losses in the regular season. They went 4-10 after beating the Edmonton Warriors. And then in playoffs, they found a new gear. Tisdale, Daswell. He'll cut to the middle, runs into a double team, flipped it out. Pilsner with the save. Rebound goes off the crossbar. Couchman had the look he wanted, couldn't bury it though. Clock gets reset. 4:40 to play here in the period. Daswell scanning the floor. Up top for Tavian Pike. Now a forward on this shift, I guess. Pike's going to cut inside. Shot got blocked by Bolton. Gorse out in front. Little flip. Well, he faked the flip to Fletcher and held on to it. Janasek got himself to the middle, but the ball never made its way to the goal. 5 on the shot clock. Janasek's got to go quick. Wells with the save on Fletcher, and the Shamrocks get a reset. Wise offensive play by Zane Fletcher to have the awareness. Back to Fletcher, fadeaway shot. Wells, it's in his feet, and the rebound goes to the corner. Hard collision as Walton and Fletcher meet up going into the boards. Ryan Antonishin trying to hit Tisdale in the middle. Again, Red Deer forcing some passes here, but I guess if that's how you run the offense, that's how you run it. High risk, high reward. Shot clock is going to expire, and so the Shamrocks got it with 3 minutes to go here in period number 2. Hey, if you're enjoying Free Lacrosse, hammer that subscribe button on YouTube for CROW LAX TV. Supports Free Lacrosse all season long and all weekend long. Mason Dick was pushed back. Janasek swings it over. 7 on the shot clock. Seth Miller. Inside feed. McLean was cutting to the middle, and he rips one off the noggin of Wells. Penalty upcoming against Calgary. Tavian Pike gives way to Isaac Tisdale. 6-on-5 right now. Delayed call coming against the Shamrocks. Nygaard, far side. Pilsner, a big goaltender, doesn't give away much up top, and it'll be a holding the stick call. Coming up against the Shamrocks. We'll see who's got to serve it. Looks like Max Janasek is the guilty party, although he didn't want to believe it. Rampage 0 for 1 on the power play. Tanner Park in the righty shooter spot. Daswell's up top. Isaac Tisdale's the lefty shooter. Graham Simpson just ripped one off the post there. It bounced all the way back to Wells at his own zone. Riley Daswell up top. What does he have in his bag of tricks? Little flip feed over to Tanner Park. Couldn't handle it cleanly. For Couchman. Back to Daswell. Over to Tisdale. Got knocked down. Daswell's inside. Twister. Ends up in the corner. Couchman has a second to shoot. Put it on goal, and Pilsner makes the save. Quick outlet feed there, too. Gets the Shamrocks in motion. You know, Jason Crookside loves to play with speed. They feel their conditioning and training is up there with the best in the Tier 1 circuit. And McLean. 5 on the shot clock. Che cuts inside, and he's stopped by Wells just as the shot clock was expiring. Aaron Che cut inside there, and Wells with a big stop here. Late in period number 2. About a 6-second differential, shot clock and game clock. 16 left on the shooter. Tisdale up top, Park, let it go. Pilsner made the save. Wasn't quite sure where it was. Shamrocks have it and up the floor. Seaborn was there, and I think the Shamrocks are going to use a timeout. They got it a little bit late, and they were trying to run in transition as well. So Jason Crook and company will drop a play here with 6 seconds left in period at number 2. I know you can't hear it on the stream with our one-directional mics. Well, solo mic that is, but it's rocking. And the Ken Nickel Rec Center. Both parent sections are bringing it tonight. Shamrocks with it quickly on goal. Wells makes a save on Seth Miller. Chance at an empty net here. Well, won't be in time, and it's off target anyways. 40 down, 20 to go. Red Deer leads heading into period number 3. 4-3's the score. We're back in 10 minutes on CROW LAX TV with the finale. Well, Red Deer's pushed it this far. Can they seal the deal in period number 3? It's Cody Jansen with you on CROW LAX TV. The Red Deer Rampage have the Calgary Shamrocks on upset alert early at the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup. 41-28 are the shots on goal in favor of Calgary after 2 periods of play. Red Deer scored 3 in the second. The Shamrocks only had 1 of their own. Both teams 0 for 2 on the power play as well. Pleisinger couldn't get it on goal, and Red Deer will get possession here 18 seconds in. Only 1 player with a multi-goal game going on right now, and that's Blake Anderson of the Shamrocks. Calgary in their white threads, green shoulders, gold trim, going right to left on your TV screen. Red Deer in their black jerseys, white shoulders, red trim. Packford Dowswell got deflected. Brody Seaborn, couple of breakaways in period number 2. He's got a third right now, and he's stopped by Wells. Carson Wells has now stopped Seaborn 3 times in transition in this game. Dowswell, 20 points in 5 playoff games coming into this contest. Isaac Tisdale on the roll. Save made by Pilsner. He didn't have to move for it. Long outlet feet. High cap. Peels back. He's got Blake Anderson with him. Got bottom side on him. And the loose ball will be scooped up by Ryder Istis, and he's taken hard into the boards. Istis still has it. Double spin move on Aiden Gorse. Gorse now got his stick up high on Istis. A little behind the back flip. It's going to bounce in front of the Rampage bench. And he got in the way of it as well. He'll have to go off for a change now, though, as Gorse recoups it in the neutral zone. Seth Miller now. Quiet game for him as he's pushed back. Janicek's up top. Room to shoot. He's stopped by Wells. Rebound, they score. It's Zane Fletcher, and we're tied at 4. Carson Wells made the first save. Zane Fletcher grabbed the rebound, tucked it over the shoulder of Carson Wells, where he was still looking for the rebound, and we're knotted at 4. Pleisinger and Janicek will get assists on the goal from Zane Fletcher. Back out in front, Shamrocks opportunity for another, and it's Che off a Wells arm and the side of the post and into the corner. Little flip, ends up at Che out front. Janicek now, spin move, fires and scores! Max Janicek beats Wells, and it's 5-4 Calgary. Well, this is the Shamrocks offense we expected to see, as Max Janicek able to spin around his defender, got to a shooter spot, put it glove side low on Carson Wells, and the Shamrocks have flipped the script quick. Janicek back up top. 15 on the shot clock. Blake Anderson down into the corner. It'll be grabbed by Sola. Marker Sola now in the neutral zone. Defender Eric Johnson's on him. And now Sola is going to throw it off the bench. Got it right back. Still waiting for help. Johnson tosses him to the ground. Now it's up the floor for Park. Tanner Park with a turn and burn. Down inside, and Pilsner shuts the door. Graham Simpson had a little bit of space on a 3-on-2 opportunity. Janicek trying to go back to the glove side. Can't beat Wells. Shamrocks have a little hop in their step right now. Fletcher near side. Janicek up top. Shot got blocked in front. Diving effort, they score, but they'll call a creaser on it. Dobbin went flying through the crease, and the ref right there calls it off. Downs well. Works his way up top. Pass over to Rainier. On the boards, Red Deer's just going to dump this and go off for a change. Well, 4 goals on 30 shots for Red Deer. They're not an offensive specialist team by any means. We'll see what they've got in their hat here against the best team in the South. Seth Miller. For Anderson. Janicek's on the run. Jump ball brought down in front of Mason Dick as a defender broke his stick. Isaac Tisdale's in the middle. He'll have to run away from Page and Johnston. Dowswell. Little hop step, and it's into Whitmore. Dowswell. Couchman. Right in the stick of Josh Pilsner, and now a back in as he stepped out and stepped back in. As well for Couchman. Zips one over to Trafford. Couchman. He'll drive towards, trying to flip it outside, avoids the crease. And Red Deer now 5 to shoot. Ball goes wide, rebound pops down, and it's off the pipe. Tanner Park let one fly, and it'll peel some paint off the post. Graham Simpson walks it in. For St. Germain, Justin St. Germain, that is, scored already in period number 2. Trafford Couchman does it on the shot clock. Little move inside for Tisdale, and it's over his head right to Pilsner. Hale Dobbin. Stripped of the ball by Tisdale, and St. Germain pulls back with it. He's got to watch out, though. Behind him was Fletcher. Justin St. Germain now. Hale Dobbin on him like a backpack, and he'll get the outlet over to Corbin Rainier. Dowswell dropped the pass. Dobbin controls. Janicek. Corner ball got picked off. And Red Deer is going to push the pace thanks to Tristan O'Neill. Now he'll pull back, and him and Mason Dick have a few words as they head off. Graham Simpson, 1 in the game, 2 in the playoffs. Pilsner stops Rainier. Rebound was free for a second. Shamrocks swarm it. Pleisinger holds on up top. 5 forwards on the floor. Does it on the shot clock. Janicek to the middle. Down in at the feet of Blake Anderson, and the second left on the shot clock. Shamrocks aren't going to get anything on goal. Been a very calculated offense for the Calgary Shamrocks. Something we're not overly used to seeing, but they're also a team that's very opportunistic on the power play. When they get it, and Red Deer's been disciplined. Tisdale, Dowswell, stopped by Pilsner. St. Germain, Dowswell inside, scores! Riley Dowswell's got his first of the game, and we're back tied at 5. Well, it was only a matter of time before Dowswell found his name on the score sheet. He's got his first goal, 10:56 left to go in period at number 3. And Red Deer has life again. Oh, Dwyer got clocked off that face-off by St. Germain, and they'll give Calgary possession. Janicek, a little bit of a jump shot, across the body. Wells got it, moving to his right. Pleisinger's shot was blocked. Still 20 on the shot clock. Plenty of time for the Shamrocks to play around with. Janicek now behind the back. Kick saved by Wells. Rebounds, free game. And a little bit of a high shot there. Midway point to period number 3. In the middle, Wells is up to the task on Blake Anderson. Davian Pike. For Tanner Park. Dowswell. Dowswell's got it in the corner. A short side on Pilsner, who sealed off the post. Pilsner holding on for it a little too long there. Refs calling him tight here. Brody Seaborn up the floor. Shamrocks have numbers. Seaborn inside. Shot goes wide by Miller. Got it back down. Far side. Wells got a shoulder. Well, no, they'll say it went wide and out of play. Looked like Wells got a shoulder on it. Technical producers giving me a tough time on that. It's not the best broadcast angle, and you know it. Try to credit Wells with too many saves. We'll call that one back, though. Crawford Couchman down low. Flips it back, and Isaac Tisdale grabs it on the half wall. Tisdale on the run. Bouncer on goal. Pilsner with the save, and it's scooped by Whitmore. Whitmore's pass over the head of Johnston, and, well, the Shamrocks are going to beat Carson Wells to it behind the net. Now, which veteran's going to step up in a time of need for the Calgary Shamrocks? They've got the guns on offense. They were in the dance last year as the shot clock's going to expire on Calgary. Calgary just totally lost track of the shot clock. 5-5, period at number 3. 7:59 left to go. We'll step aside. It's Cody Jansen with you on CROW LAX TV. .50 tickets handed out, and we're back underway here. Less than 8 to go, period number 3. Red Deer, Calgary, game number 2 at the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup. Corbin Rainier ripped one around his defender, and now back up the floor. Oliver Miller thought about a transition opportunity. He'll run up there with Zane Fletcher as well, but they'll wait for help in the form of Mason Dick to jump out on the floor. Jay's the other lefty. Dick for Janisek. Parker Sola will defend. Fletcher had that go over his helmet, and shot goes off Sola. And won't make its way on goal before the shot clock expires. Justin St. Germain does it on the shot clock. Downswell's up top for St. Germain. A little bit of a pick and roll there. Long one goes wide. St. Germain's got it back, and Pilsner kicks it to the corner. Went off the ref and right in the stick of Seaborn. Antonician was up top and looking to shoot all shift long. Hale Dobbin, one-on-one with Sola. He'll try cut down low, pass in front. And Istis is back on defense. Ryder Istis battled for a loose ball. Sola's got it. And Dobbin ended up taking down Istis behind the play. Pike was taken down as well. Sola's got to watch out behind him. Dobbin's there. He's taken to the ground. And Red Deer going to have to send out some defenders. I think the shot clock going off really threw everyone for a loop on that play. Feed through Janisek. In the middle, Blake Anderson was cutting down the highway. Couldn't corral it. Now he's hit up against the boards. Fletcher has it, one to shoot, and the save is made by Wells. 5:20 left to go here in regulation. 5-5 is the score. As well. No for Antonition. Downswell, little bounce there. Pilsner made the save. Ball's in the corner. Mark's got defenders all over him. And the Shamrocks back the other way. Sola, one-on-one with Johnston. Dobbin slows it down. Sola now. As Miller driving on him, hard pick, goes uncalled, and that goes off Wells and out of play. Davian Pike blew up on that pick there, and hey, if it's prison rules in the last 5 minutes, I think Red Deer is going to be happier than Calgary. Well, I'm going to wipe the floor here as we check for tomorrow's schedule at the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup. All the fun starts early. So it makes the tournament great. 9 a.m. on So you've got the Edmonton Warriors taking on the Winnipeg Blizz, 9 o'clock sharp. At noon, the Beaumont Outlaws and the Red Deer Rampage. 5 o'clock, Calgary, Winnipeg. 8 o'clock, Edmonton, Red Deer. Back underway, 4:20 to go. Janicek out of the corner. Little bouncer ended up going out of play. Shots are 50-40 in favor of the Calgary Shamrocks. Carson Wells, Josh Pilsner putting on a show here on night number 1. Dowswell scans the floor. Pass over the head of everyone, and they'll turn it over. Back up the floor. It's a break for the Shamrocks. McLean all alone, and he scores. Ben McLean with 3:44 left to go gives the Shamrocks a lead. His second of the game, makes no mistake. Able to get Wells to bite on the first fake, and he's able to score on the second. Fletcher's to the middle, and Wells stops him. Loose ball on the ground for Sola. Ben got knocked over by Pike. Trevor Couchman. Isaac Tisdale up top to Downswell. Back to Tisdale. 5 to shoot. Little fake. He'll go for a run. Tisdale wrong side of the road on goal. Pilsner with the stop. Blake Anderson circles all the way back in his own zone. Janicek up top. Plasinger has to bail back. 4 to shoot. Defender got in the way, and Istis. Well, 2 to play now in period number 3. Red Deer down by 1. It's the nightcap at the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup Friday edition. Antonishin, 5 to shoot. Long range. Pilsner, easy save as it hits him in the stick. Mason Dick now looking to extend the lead. Less than 90 seconds to play. Nick got inside. The defenders swarm on him. Rebound comes out to Janicek, and Wells has to be sharp. Tavian Pike scoops up the loose ball, and a timeout is called by Troy Tisdale's team. We'll see if they get out the clipboard or if they just decide to grab a rest out of all of it. Update from the OJLL game number 2. As wrapped up by now, Orangeville and Burlington. I believe it was a Northman win. I saw 10-6 earlier. Struggling to find it on social media right now. If you're in the chat, you can let me know. That's the final. 10-6. Series side 1-1 out east in the Junior A circuit. Junior B, I think I saw Akwesasne won today, 4-3. So low-scoring games all around. They're following the Red Deer trend. I still can't believe the Rampage had a 4-2 playoff game. For the Shamrocks, these low-scoring ones are a lot more unheard of. But it's been a battle through and through, and the fans have enjoyed it here at Ken Nickel Rec Center. Daswell up the floor for Park. Pass got knocked down. Daswell has it. Still 5-on-5. Wells is in the net. Isaac Tisdale, short side, adds some room. Dazzle's got the rebound, and he scores! Out as quick as it went in. Riley Dazzle's tied the game at 6. What a shot off the rebound. Riley Dazzle has his second of the game, 12th of the postseason. 50 seconds left. We are tied. Park and Tisdale grab assists. Now Calgary's playing for the game. Up top, it's Schlesinger. And Janicek down the middle. Pike's defending. Schlesinger still with it. Stays under the crease. 5 to shoot. Try to hit Fletcher, and the shot clock's going to expire. Red Deer's going to get one more chance here. 6-6. Ties in play at the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup. Daswell bobbled it. 5 to shoot. Up top for Park. Clock's going to expire on him now. It runs down. And Corbin Rainier won't get a shot off. 6-6 after regulation. Teams are staying on their bench, so I wonder if that means we are going to get overtime here. Well, I'm told from head ref Chief West, it'll be a full 10-minute overtime, no sudden death. And then after that, then it would be time. I thought they just ended it in ties, but again, it's been a while. I haven't done a Larry Bishop Memorial Cup since pre-COVID. So you got a full 10 minutes. We'll step aside for 60 seconds, and we're back with overtime in Beaumont. Lacrosse at the Ken Nickel Rec Center. Red Deer, Calgary. So much fun. Why end it early? Rampage, possession off the opening face-up. It'll be Tavian Pike over the restraining line. Hands it off to the big man, Isaac Tisdale. Shots are 54-43 in favor of the Shamrocks. 10-minute, no sudden death. Trafford Couchman now. Backdoor feed off the defender and Aiden Gorse. And it ends up in the corner. Shamrocks got 2 goals from Ben McLean and 2 from Blake Anderson in this contest. Janicek and Fletcher have the others. Backdoor. Kleisinger won't get it. It's up to Anderson. Goes off his teammate, though, and Janicek is going to have to leave it on the concrete. Parker, Sola. JP helping out the club, of course. Tanner Park. St. Germain scored 8 seconds in a period number 2. 10 on the shot clock. Dowswell. Low to high. It's over the shoulder of Pilsner. And bounces back. Seaborn. Runs around St. Germain. Have to get off for a change here as the forwards hop out on the floor. Hale Dobbin drives. Dobbin to the middle. Defenders swarm on him. Ball's on the ground. And Pike has the loose ball, and he's pushed in. Not sure how you can call a loose ball push in any of that. So we'll see who they give possession to. Well, Pike's down on the ground. It looks like the Shamrocks are keeping their own guys out as well. Well, need a wipe of the floor here as well. 8:01 left to go in the extra frame. As the Red Deer Rampage player gets looked at by the trainer, we'll step aside for a second on CROW LAX TV. Tavian Pike will be helped off the floor with 8:01 left to go in the overtime period. 6-6 is the score. Again, non-sudden death overtime. I absolutely can't stand non-sudden death overtime, but I'll put a smile on my face just for the viewers at home enjoying this fantastic lacrosse game. Anderson up top, low rip from Che, bounces wide and into the ceiling. A low ceiling, that is, at the Ken Nickel Rec Center here. Riley Dowswell scored the goal to tie it in the final minute of regulation. Little swim move around Johnston. Dowswell up top, intended for Tisdale. Ball got batted down by the defender, Nick Page. Whitmore ran into the forward, going off for a change, and Graham Simpson. Janicek. Shamrocks have 6 goals on 54 shots on Carson Wells. Up by Wells again, and the outlet finds Justin St. Germain. St. Germain, two-way player. That's a true transition style guy. Comes out the back, 8 stays for a shift to forward. Isaac Tisdale, quiet game for him. Behind the back, though, is stopped by Pilsner. Outlet feed, Tavian Pike's off the bench. Transition, Wells robs Gorst. Aiden Gorst on a breakaway, stopped by Carson Wells in overtime. Sec. Down for Fletcher. Kicks back up. Anderson outside. Dobbin. Janicek. Kick saved by Wells. And he's on hat-trick watch in this game. Back for Fletcher. It's off the post. And it's in. Zane Fletcher's got his second of the game, and it's 7-6 Shamrocks. Off the post, off the back of Carson Wells, and in the back of the net. Anderson and Che will grab assists on the marker from Zane Fletcher, his second of the game. Now Calgary, 3 multi-goal scorers in this one. Fletcher, Anderson, and McLean. Well, get away from the floor here in front of the Shamrocks bench, and 5:49 left to go in overtime. Again, non-sudden death. Kind of ruins the fun of overtime, if you ask me, but I understand Lacrosse Canada rules are played here at the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup. Che for Fletcher, behind the back, save is made by Wells, and the rebound bounced out. Estes double team on him. Found his way through, and he still has it. Dobbins on his back, though. Oops it back for Trafford Couchman. Isaac Tisdale now. Zips one over to Dowswell. It's picked up for a second by Simpson. And it ends up back at a Shamrock stick. Midway point of overtime here. 7-6, Calgary leads. Janicek, it's on the ground. Around Sola. Janicek scores! Second of the game for Max Janicek, and it's 8-6 Shamrocks. Mason Dick will grab the assist on the goal. Anderson now back for Janicek. Dobbin wants the lane. Anderson's up top. Shot clock's going to expire on him, though. Justin St. Germain with the ball. Red Deer down by 2. Not out of it by any means. But boy, sudden death overtime would have put them out of their misery a little sooner, and I just feel that the build-up for the fans might have been a little more exciting as well. Couchman shot down low on Pilsner, rolls wide. Up the floor to McLean. He's got 2 in the game, and Couchman got back to grab the loose ball in his own zone. Graham Simpson. For Isaac Tisdale. Tisdale now. Shot got blocked. Got it back. 8 to shoot. Isaac Tisdale still with it. Now he's hauled down. And they're going to call a pick on Red Deer. Now Calgary's going to get away from the floor and essentially a timeout as well with 3:15 left to go here in overtime. Well, Red Deer was able to force overtime, but it's as good as nothing when you're down by 2 now. 3:15 left to go against the Calgary Shamrocks. That is a steep hill to climb. Calgary allowed 11 goals in their 2 playoff games against Okotoks in a second-round sweep of the Marauders. Pardon me, it's Mason Dick. Inside feed, Dick's going to grab it in the corner. Shamrocks set up behind the net. Backdoor feed, and Janicek stopped by Wells. Sola's going to have to track this one down. Now 2:40 left to go in overtime. Red Deer still keeping Wells in the net. A little surprised they aren't going to pull him here. Dowswell now takes a stick off the helmet. Ref standing 5 feet away, decides not to call it. Back the other way in front. Seaborn goes one. Janicek up top. Happy to slow it down here. 10 on the shot clock. Up top for Fletcher. Fletcher from downtown. Save is made by Wells. Carson Wells wants to go to the bench to play 6-on-5. The coaches say, hey, you got to wait up here. Daswell now trying to cut back to the middle. Over to Couchman. Couchman cuts to the middle on goal. Pilsner makes the save. Shamrocks happy to rag it now for the final 80 seconds of it. They'll probably, well, maybe they'll dump it in the corner or go for some offense here at the end. Goal differential does matter at the Larry Bishop, of course, down the wire. And allowed one more on Aaron Shank. It's a 3-goal rout in overtime for the Calgary Shamrocks. Shea's got his first of the game, third of the postseason, and it's 9-6. Oh, Dwyer scoops up the loose ball. Fletcher down into the corner. Dobbin shot at the end of the shot clock goes what? Tavian Pike up for Solo. Park now. Red Deer playing for a goal differential at this point. Pilsner goes and pokes away Corbin Rainier's stick. And, well, they're lucky it's a tournament, or it would get out of hand real quick there. Hold on. They'll pick up a 9-6 win after a thriller in overtime. Final shots on goal, 61-46. Game winner goes to Zane Fletcher. He had 2 in the contest. Both these teams back in action tomorrow. Red Deer will take on Beaumont at noon. The Calgary Shamrocks have to wait a little bit later, I do believe. They'll play at 5 o'clock against the Winnipeg Blitz. All the action live on CROW LAX TV. Hammer that subscribe button for us. For myself, Cody Jans, and Eric Krause, and the entire CROW LAX TV team. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning from Beaumont.